What's up, guys? We got Leon Edwards taking on Sean Brady this weekend. I'm going to be breaking down the entire card. First up, we got Guram Kutateladze versus Cal Fernandez. Probably Guram's toughest fight so far in the UFC. No, I'm just kidding. Guram, I think he's just going to have his way with him. Um, Cal Fernandez finished Muhammad Yahya last fight, but I think Guram is just next level. Been fighting killers since he's been in the UFC. I got Guram Kutateladze. I can see him finishing him late, maybe third round TKO, but I think it's probably going to go to decision 29-28 for Guram. All right, next fight up, we got Nathan Fletcher versus Cal Lochran. I'm going Nathan Fletcher, kind of close odds, but I mean, if Jay Cadley's coming up on short notice to your division and beating you, I don't think you're that guy. I got Nathan Fletcher. 7 of his 9 wins, I believe, came from submission. I think he can most likely take down Cal and wrap up a rear naked choke. That'll be it. Send the Englanders starting off early, starting off happy early. Yeah, I just got Nathan Fletcher submission, round one, round two. Yikes. Shannon Bannon versus Pooja Tomar. Yeah, see, 59-inch reach for Pooja. Um, I'm gonna go with Shannon Bannon. I mean, look at that stance, that power stance, just off the bat intimidating. Um, Shannon Bannon, they're probably just giving her, I mean, now they're in London, but still close enough for Ireland. Keep them happy. Go Shannon Bannon. Decision 29-28. Nah, not too much to break on in that one. Next up, we got Christian Leroy Duncan versus Andrei Pulyev. Pulyev making his debut. I know he won in the contender series. I got Christian Leroy Duncan, huge favorite. I think he's just going to piece him up. Probably finish him second round. Yeah, not too much on this one. Andrei Pulyev, UFC debut against Englander in England. I think they're giving Christian Leroy Duncan a kind of a easy matchup, um, especially after that close fight to RoboCop. They want to give him easy fight, keep him pushing, keep England happy. Yeah, Christian Leroy Duncan, second round TKO. Next up, Mick Parkin versus Marcin Tybura. I got Mick Parkin. I think he's not Tommy Aspinall, but I think he's one of those next up and comers. He's training with Aspinall. Marcin Tybura 39, pushing it. Heavyweight division, you get a few more years out of him usually. But 39 versus 29, I'm gonna go with Mick Parkin. 10-0. He hasn't been too impressive in his. I think he's 4-0 in the UFC now. Hasn't been too impressive. 4-0 is impressive, but in his fights, it's kind of boring. I think he can 29-28 decision over Tybura. I think it's probably gonna be something like that. Another decision. Um, yeah, give me the younger guy by 10 years, 10-0. He's hungrier. I think Mick Parkin's going to win. Probably just run right through Tybura. Not going to look great, but he's going to get the win. Next up, we got Loner Kavanaugh versus Felipe Dos Santos. I got Loner Kavanaugh on this one. Both young, both up and coming. But I just been more impressed by Loner Kavanaugh. I know his last fight wasn't too crazy, but his contender series fight was like, jeez, this guy might be something special. We'll see with this one for sure. Loner Kavanaugh, 8-0 versus Felipe Dos Santos, 8-2. Last two fights for Felipe, I believe, haven't gone his way. Let me see. He lost 2 out of 3. I mean, Manel Kape stepped up on short notice, but then lost to beat Victor Almirano, and then Andre Lima he beat. I think Loner Kavanaugh is probably going to get another decision here. A finish would do him great, help him skyrocket a little bit, but probably another decision. Felipe Dos Santos still young, up and coming, but I think Loner Kavanaugh might be that guy in the future coming up soon, but we'll see. I got Loner Kavanaugh probably 29-28. You can see him taking the first 2 rounds, maybe slowing down a bit if Felipe Dos Santos takes that last round. All right, next up, we got Jai Herbert, Ilya's worst nightmare versus Chris Padilla. It's a close one. I'm going to go with Jai Herbert. He is older. No, we're just talking about old versus young. I think he still has a little bit left in the tank. Lightweight is Murderer's Row. I think he can stop the takedowns from Chris Padilla, keep him just at the end of his punches, kicking him, jabbing him, keeping him away. I think Jai Herbert can win this one. Likely a decision. I don't see him finishing Chris Padilla. I'm gonna go with Jai Herbert. 29-28. Can see him getting taken down that last round. Giving it to Chris Padilla. 29-28 decision. I'm going with Jai Herbert on this one. All right, next up we got Nathaniel Ward versus Morgan Charrier. I don't. I think it's crazy the odds. I don't think Morgan is that good. I think Nathaniel Wood. I know he's coming up a little bit smaller, coming up from bantamweight. I think he got this fight. I would put money on him. Um, I think he's just better, well-rounded all around. He's been fighting crazy competition as well. Nathaniel Wood. That's crazy. Not as crazy as Guram has been, but still fighting really good people. And yeah, I've been that impressed by Morgan. I've kind of been feeding him cans. I think this is where the train stops with the cans. Yeah, Nathaniel Wood really good. I think it's gonna be a decision. Probably, I think it's not going to be that close. I think it'd be 30-27. I think Nathaniel Wood's going to clear all three rounds. Maybe like 129-28 from a judge, but yeah, I think 30-27 Nathaniel Wood. I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think Morgan Charrier is that guy. I know France, they're trying to build it up there, but Nathaniel Wood's really good. I don't think he's going to beat Nathaniel Wood. I think he's going to get ran through. All right, next up, Jordan Vucenic, Guram's fucking nightmare. Um, Great debut from Jordan. I mean, he's a huge favorite. I think he's going to finish Chris Duncan first round. I can see him knocking him out in the first. That's what I'm going to go with. I don't have too much breakdown for this one. I just think Jordan Vucenic looked really good against Guram. No, he lost that one, but I'm going to go with Jordan Vucenic. First round knockout against Chris Duncan. Keep this train going for England. All right, next up, everyone's waiting for Molly McCann versus Alexa Thainara. Short notice for Alexa. I forgot who Molly McCann was supposed to fight, but she's stepping in now. Like, what are we doing? Molly McCann, they're just kind of feeding her someone. This is her. Yeah, so she fought in the Contender Series. She has two arm bars, but in 8 seconds of the first round. Who is she fighting? Holy shit. Two 8 second arm bars for Alexa Thainara, but I'm gonna go with Molly McCann. I think they're just kind of feeding her another can. I know she lost to a few cans before, but Molly McCann gonna do her thing. Got can in her name, but she's crushing them. Molly McCann decision 29-28. Unless she gets 8 second arm barred by Alexia, which would be pretty crazy. Next up, Kevin Holland versus Gunnar Nelson. We haven't seen Gunnar in almost 2 years, I think. We haven't seen Kevin Holland in almost 2 weeks. I don't know which is a crazier layoff. Kevin Holland coming off that, lost to RDR. Gunnar Nelson, I don't remember what his last fight was. What did he do last? Oh yeah, he sub Brian Barberena. Honestly, I think Kevin is gonna win, and yeah, I think he's just not gonna get taken down by Gunnar. Be able to piece him up on the feet. Gunnar's 36. Like I said, he fights once every 1 to 2 years usually. We haven't seen him in a while. Before the Brian Barberena fight last fought. In the last 5 years, he's fought. This would be his third fight in 5 years, which I just don't like. Kevin Holland, win or lose, we'll see him in a month. I think he's going to piece up Gunnar Nelson. I mean, it's Kevin Holland, so he could lose. I mean, he could get submitted in the first round and then be back in a week. See him on 314. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kevin Holland. I think he's going to piece him up. I can see a second round finish. Yeah, I'm going to go with Gunnar. I mean, not Gunnar Nelson. I'm going to go with Kevin Holland. First, second round finish. Just not getting taken down by Gunnar. Piece him up. Keep him on the feet. Do his thing. All right, next up we got Jan Blachowicz versus Carlos Olberg. Yeah, I think it's been two. Speaking of 2 years since the last fight, Jan hasn't fought since the Alex Pereira fight, which I think was almost 2 years ago now. I'm gonna go with Carlos Solberg. He's younger, hungrier. As much as I like Jan, I think he's gonna get knocked out. I think in a first round KO for Carlos Solberg. 42 is he's pushing it, especially I know light heavyweights isn't the greatest, but yeah, I think Jan's gonna lose. First round KO, Carlos Solberg. He's just been on a roll. Coming from City Kickboxing, I know Jan beat Israel. He's trying to get his back for Israel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Carlos Solberg, first round KO. Jan 42 hasn't fought in 2 years. If you're gonna fight, you should have just been kind of cranking him out the last few years. Especially because I mean, if he gets KO'd, I think that might be it for Jan. Unfortunately, like Jan, legendary Polish power. I think that's gonna be it for him. They're gonna get KO'd and probably maybe one more fight if they do another England card, but yeah, I don't see this one going for Jan. Carlos Solberg, first round KO, and we're on to the main event. Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady. Sean Brady's actually the favorite in this one. I guess. I mean, stepping up kind of on short notice. I know Jack Della was supposed to be fighting Leon here. He got pulled up to fight Bilal. I think Leon's gonna piece him up. I think he's gonna finish him early. Second, not early. Maybe second round, third round. I think Leon is hungry again. I think he's actually gonna come out and fight, as opposed to the last few times we've seen him, especially that Bilal fight. It was kind of like, I know it was so kind of close, and it was a crazy domination. People were saying I don't think it was. I think it was still kind of close that fight, but I think he's going to come out and put a stamp on this fight and try and get his belt back. I heard him talking on the Ariel show, his interview, and he sounded different. He sounded like he was hungry, wanted to get this fight, put a stamp on it, get a finish, and get his belt back. um, I think he can do it. I think if anyone doesn't do it, if you're getting pieced up by Bilal, you want to get pieced up by Leon too. Sean Brady, he fucking put the whoop into Kevin Gastelum, got a decision against Gilbert Burns, and he finds himself here against Leon now. He's good. I just don't think he's has it all. He's kind of like, just one of those wrestlers, takedown, shit striking. Then that's it. Some of them been champions, but we're in 2025, dog. It ain't fucking 2008 where you can just wrestle people, have shit striking to be a champ. I don't think we're there anymore. I mean, maybe I'll say that Bilal Muhammad's a champion. Um, but yeah, I just don't think Sean Brady's that guy. Finished by Bilal. When you get finished by Bilal, you might need to take a step back. I think Leon Edwards is going to finish him. I can. I think third round finish KO by Leon Edwards. He wants his belt back, even though I think a KO doesn't really. I mean, KO is always good, but I don't think he's going to get the belt, the title fight next. I can see them. They didn't want to give it to him in the first place. I can see him having to fight one more time, especially since Shavkat is, needs one more fight. I mean, Shavkat is next. He got hurt. So after the Bilal JDM fight, we can see Shavkat next, probably later this year. I mean, at the earliest he can fight next year if they just keep him on ice. We'll see though. But regardless, I got Leon Edwards first round. I'm sorry, third round KO. Keep fucking messing up on that. Third round KO against Sean Brady. Send everyone in London happy, home happy. Not fighting at 5 a.m. or whatever they were fighting at last time. I think Leon Edwards got this. He's coming out different. He's stronger this time. He's not going to need to get waking up. I think he's going to be ready to go. Come out, try to get his belt back. KO by Edwards third round. And yeah, that's my predictions for this fight. I'm going to be trying to stream it this weekend. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try and stream it. Hopefully you guys like the video, subscribe. First video here on the new channel. Excuse me. Hopefully you guys liked it. And yeah, that'll be that. See y'all later.